Start flexing your box-ticking fingers. It has just been reportedly confirmed, allegedly, that the PM will call the election tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, the opposition isn't wasting time trying to win voters, announcing a tasty sweetener ahead of tonight's budget reply speech.
There are always signs an election is about to be called. There are the Canberra whispers.
There's a lot of expectation around this building that it will be called tomorrow morning.
There's an accidental publishing, then deleting of a social media post.
The government is now operating in accordance with caretaker conventions.
This page doesn't exist. Try searching for something else.
And then there's that one special word.
The relief for Australians at the petrol bowser.
At the fuel bowser.
At the bowser.
People will get the relief at the bowser straight away.
Bowser?
That's right, Mario. Peter Dutton is dangling an election sweetener in front of drivers like you, promising to slash fuel prices just one day after the PM accused him of being
Delulu with no Salulu, Mr. Speaker.
The opposition leader has hit back with a fuel Lulu Exuzu Katutu. Am I doing this right?
Oh!
25 cents is not bad. Add that to my, 5 cent discount that you get with Coles. Hey, you're laughing.
Pretty meaningless, it's the same as every other budget every year.
The $6 billion promise would see the current 50-cent fuel excise halved, saving drivers around $14 per tank, according to the opposition's maths, though some experts put that number closer to $9. Either way, it's all a one-time deal, set to expire after just a year.
It's temporary, but it's also immediate.
The most immediate effect could be saving the opposition from being wedged politically by Labor's $5 a week tax cut. A cut the opposition voted against yesterday and has now promised to repeal.
It's an either-or option. We just can't pretend that we've got endless amounts of money.
Permanent tax cuts, not a one-off, time-limited for 12 months.
So, with the election to be called within hours, how will voters feel about the coalition's 25 cents per litre saving versus Labor's $5 extra a week?
They're both quite minimal.
I'll take the tax cut.
Definitely tax cuts.
In the short term, a cheaper tank of fuel always feels better.
You'd probably want both. Oh, really? Sorry.
The host of ABC's Insiders, David Speers, joins us now. David, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be camped outside the Governor-General's house?
Probably will be this time tomorrow. Well, I reckon by this time tomorrow we'll be into the campaign. Pretty much everyone in this building where I am is expecting tomorrow morning the Prime Minister will head down to Government House and call this thing. So the waiting finally over.
Yeah, well, the timing of this caretaker post and tomorrow's possible election call really takes the attention away from Dutton, doesn't it? Is this just an accident?
Look, you always scratch your head and wonder, like an accidental post, how accidental was that? It's got us all hopping up and down. Look, I don't know, but clearly the PM does not want to give Peter Dutton, his opponent, too much spotlight. Dutton's got his budget reply speech tonight and he'll have various announcements to make. But then, the PM will want to take the oxygen back tomorrow morning when he heads down, we expect, to call the election. That's how they play it.
Now, we've got Labor's tax cuts versus the fuel excise. What do you think is going to have a greater sway with the voters? Yeah,
look, it is a good question, right? And it's hearing from various voters today, there are mixed views on this, but it really is the hip pocket auction. You know, we've had years of talking about how to keep inflation down, don't spend too much, we've got to really rein in spending, and now all of a sudden open the wallet and you got Labor saying we've got this fairly modest but ongoing tax cut, whereas Peter Dutton's saying we'll give you an immediate but temporary cut in your fuel excise. So 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I suppose Labor's goal here is to convince people that this will be ongoing. It's only tiny, but you'll be able to keep getting this tax relief for years to come.
The thing that I found fascinating was Peter Dutton today saying he's going to repeal the tax cut. Yes. So we've seen this plenty of times where they oppose the tax cut and then they ultimately let it. But if this gets passed and he says he's going to repeal it, that I don't know what to do with that. Can you genuinely imagine the coalition saying we're going to have a tax hike?
You're right to be puzzled about this. I mean, this is unheard of, and you can see why Labor went right at them over this today, saying you're going to jack up taxes. You'll hear this every day from Labor in the campaign now. It is a very risky move from Peter Dutton. Sure, he hopes the fuel excise relief will offset concerns about that, but bottom line, this is a philosophically strange place for the Conservatives to be, saying that they would increase your personal tax rate.
David Speers, can you just tell us who's going to win?
I wish I could. I don't have the crystal ball.
But if you had to guess today, who would you say?
Look, it's close. I'm going to sit on the fence here a little. But there has been momentum coming back to Labor over recent weeks. There are some polls that are showing that. The betting markets are showing that. So, look, Anthony Albanese would be feeling better, but this will be a campaign where it's won and lost. The next 6 weeks are really, or 5 weeks, are really going to matter. So one trip up, one bad day could really cost them a lot.
I don't know. You can always tell by the tie.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
So the orange team is going to win.
Labor
This is
red,
orange.
huh?
Yeah.
This is orange.
It's
This
really
is
important
definitely
that-
orange.
Thank you very much for your time.